Alright. Alright. Time to take care of these nice viewers. Like, yeah, Chris, where's the content? Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. Alright. Alright, now. You always hear these people that got lots of money, these so-called rich people, talking about you don't need sleep. Okay, they talking about sleep is for lazy people or whatever they try to say about sleep. Let me tell you something. They're liars and they're hypocrites. Okay. The more sleep you get, the more rest you get, the more sleep you get, the better your performance is when it comes to work. Okay? So anybody who tells you like, oh, any rich person who tells you like, oh, I don't need sleep, they're professional liars. Okay? All right. Now, let me put this news out for you. I was sitting here nitpicking, trying to figure out what to put out first. All right. So we're gonna talk about Halo for a minute. Listen to this. Halo Battle Royale reportedly canned because 343 couldn't compete with Fortnite. Says according to a new report, 343 held a weekly internal playtest for the long-rumored Halo Battle Royale game, which has since been cancelled. Says here, gaming news YouTuber Rebs Gaming has released a video report that includes a slew of fresh details on the long-rumored and reportedly cancelled Halo Battle Royale game. Before being abandoned in 2023 following the release of Halo Infinite, 343 held weekly internal playtests according to Rebs Gaming report. It says the report covers why the Halo Battle Royale game was cancelled, how far along the game was in development, and some of the features it was supposed to include. Rebs Gaming report that 343 didn't have the resources it need to compete with the likes of Fortnite. Halo Slipspace engine allegedly made production especially difficult. Then it says what I found out most interesting in the report is how the Halo Battle Royale map was supposedly planned to look. Reportedly, the map took place on the fragmented of Zeta Halo ring. Each fragment had different biomes which man cannons to launch players to the other fragment. While fast travel elements have been present in other battle royales, a map with entirely separate sections would have been unique. Other details include the suggestion that Pelican would drop off vehicles mid-match. Objectives would need to be completed to unlock new equipment, and that the Battle Royale mode was tied into the narrative of Infinite Campaign. Finally, Rebs Gaming say that before being cancelled in 2023, 343 held internal playtests for what was known as Tatanka before we can assume production was relatively advanced before the decision was made to move on from the project. When it comes to the top FPS game to play in 2024, there are plenty of options, some of which also lands on our list of best multiplayer games. And alright, that's that. Look, it means that, that's the end of the article. Look, what it means is this, that when you have a wave in video games, what it means is that you have to ride it. Fortnite, you had PUBG, you had Fortnite, and streamers that play Fortnite, like who could I think of here? Like Ninja. They made Fortnite popular by the amount of time they put into it. And at the time of the Battle Royale, maybe if Halo Battle Royale would have came out then, you know, it would have been more successful. When Call of Duty, when Activision was making Call of Duty, they kept making Call of Duty, they kept making Call of Duty year after year. You know, they kept the game fresh, they kept the game up to date. But then they split the game into two. They made a Battle Royale, which is Warzone, and then there's Call of Duty. So Call of Duty is like a two-headed monster coming at you. And whenever they update, whenever they bring out a new Call of Duty, there's a new update for Warzone, so they keep both games fresh. So at the time of the Battle Royale, from the time Battle Royale started in video games, Bungie, I would say Bungie and 343 should have picked up on it then. You know, they should have picked up on it right then and there and jumped right on it. They should have. And they didn't. And they didn't keep up with the times, so to speak. And that's why this game got canned, you know. The same goes for like when it comes to momentum and riding waves, you know. The same could go for like say Sea of Thieves, right? Like Skull and Bones and Sea of Thieves, because when Sea of Thieves came out, the pirate games was at a all-time high. There was a wave, and you know, Rare when they released Sea of Thieves, you know, they communicated with their user base. You know, when the game came out, a lot of people criticized, a lot of so-called gamers criticized it. But one thing Rare did was, there's a thing called communication, and I've always said communication is big in video games. Rare opened a line of communication with the users they had at the time, and between them and the users they had when they first dropped Sea of Thieves, and they communicated and communicated and communicated, and it's a back and forth thing, and Rare followed it up with updates and stayed in contact with the users, and now Sea of Thieves is big. Is the only pirate game. It's as big as the way it is right now. So when it comes to Skull and Bones, I said that I was the first person that said I was the first person on YouTube that said Ubisoft should have released the game when they showed the first video. They should have released the game right then and there. Whatever condition it was in, release the game right then and there, and then use the community to build it. And they didn't do that. They kept being delayed, and they were losing producers. And when Skull and Bones is going through all that up and down, Sea of Thieves was gaining momentum. So when it comes to waves, you know, in video games, you know, you have to ride that wave, so to speak. You know, if Skull and Bones, if Ubisoft would have released Skull and Bones the first time they showed a video, it would have been in a better state, because you would have to communicate with your user base, you know, because the users, they would have put pressure, meaning with all the communication they're doing, it would have moved Ubisoft to keep updating the game, and you know, and the game would have like built and grown from there, and it probably would be in a better state. So all those delays when Skull and Bones came out, all those delays, it killed. I would say it destroyed the momentum of Skull and Bones, and then Sea of Thieves was like this. This kept on climbing because of all the updates Rare gave to it. So when it comes to the Battle Royale, you know, you have to ride that wave. So when Fortnite and PUBG was out, you know, at the time, you know, maybe 343, probably Bungie and 343 should have picked up on it, like, oh, you know what, we need to add this to the game, you know. you know, Activision picked up on it because they kept dropping Call of Duty. Activision picked up on it because they kept coming out with new Call of Duties with new gameplay style and new mechanics, right? And the user base kept growing, and they realized now, like, oh, we need to add a battle royale to Call of Duty, you know, and they did. They picked up on it, and Warzone became what it is. This big phenomenon and a big part of Call of Duty. So yeah, with all the different matches, different play style that Warzone have. So Activision picked up on it. So when it comes to momentum and waves, you know, in video games, you know, you have to ride that wave, you know. If 343 and 343 and Bungie would have had a battle royale to Halo, like right around, say, Halo, I would say right around Halo 3, if they would have if they would have started building the battle royale between Halo, I'll say Halo, what's that one? Let's see. You got, there's 5 Halos on the 360. So Halo 3, Halo Reach, right around between Reach and ODST, right around there. If they would have added the battle royale right then and there, then Halo right now would be, battle royale would be huge, because Halo 3 came out like what, back in like early 2000s, like the early 2000s, somewhere around there, like 2007, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, if the battle royale in Halo would have been created between, say, ODST, Reach, and 3, right around there, even before Halo 4, then Halo Battle Royale would be big. You know, it would be big because they would have been riding that wave, and from that time between Reach and ODS3, the Battle Royale in Halo would be huge, because they would have to update those games, update Halo when every Halo Battle Royale every time. So yeah, so when it comes to momentum and waves in video games, you have to ride it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, those Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Board, Dark Side. Go. Peace.